and I tell everybody all the time, like I even had this a pitch on this like internally the other day. Relationships are currency, right? Relationships are currency. That's the key to life, man. And I mean, what I would love to know too, man, are you documenting all of this stuff? Like, are you actually? You said the movie.
Great question. I mean, it's all on my calendar. It's in my head, and I've thought about it. I just wrote a chapter in a book by Paul Fink, another mastermind founder, and it has actually started getting me thinking about these things, because this can also be great content for ads, great content for marketing, because when you know the other person on the other end that you're about to pay to use their service knows what it's like to be in your shoes, even though I wear a size 9 shoe and you might wear a size 14 shoe. It's you're taken care of. So I've been thinking about it.
I would highly recommend it, brother, because like I said, for those listening and watching, right? So I also reached out to Arjun because I saw his ad. Ever since me and him clicked on it, it's been retargeting me all over social. And I'm like, I saw his pitch. He was pitching to investors, right? And it was just a crazy sick story. And it made me reach out to Arjun. I'm like, man, this is fire, brother. So storytelling is a big key. And I love what you're doing on that aspect. But like, think about the Kanye documentary. Think about those two pieces of content. It only could be more things to do, right? And when you're going into these pitches, right, and to have that, you can sell that as well, right? You can have that content. Now you're selling it for $15 for small business owners that are saying, hey, how do I get into these rooms with the owners of Kinko's and all these others? And that's a spin-off business. So you should invest in the content. It is the king. I know you know this, but
well, we've been thinking about, so these masterminds are funny because they're all teaching about, and all of them are real estate, coaching, podcasting, MLM, direct selling, a couple of NFT community builders as well, and they're coaches. And I'm like, as a tech company, I'm like, how do we get in your business? And because you're our customers, and we can do coaching as well. What we end up doing is every week on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, we do group masterminds. So, the Arjuns, the Jarretts of the world can come in and say, hey, need some help with paid ads, need some advice on building a funnel. We build our funnels for like $100, $500, and we've done like $750,000 off of them so far. It's like little things like that. Just, if you can handhold the person, then you can upsell them on a consulting gig or another gig, right? And I don't see any of our competitors, any of other tech companies doing the services side really well as a SaaS company. And so I'm like learning from our customers how they do their business, because we're trying to do similar things and expand so we can help more of our customers. And it's just about nurturing that, just keeping up with it.
Selling a product is one thing, but helping them execute and get their goals accomplished with your product is a totally different thing.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll say, and if you really want to hit this home and you really want to build a great business for the next 5 years, 10 years, or the next century, bring your customers into the business itself. And what I mean is not just as a subscriber, not as just a client or a customer. What we've been able to do, so we just closed our 4th equity crowdfunding campaign, and we raised all in between the 4 campaigns. We raised about $1.2 million, and guess what? Majority of that came from complete strangers, our customer base, and most campaigns end up raising about maybe like $50K. We actually end up raising about $1.1 million, and it's incredible because the numbers are as follows. Our average cart is $170. The CAC, cost of acquisition, is for the customer is about $100. So we make about $70 for the year on average. Some customers pay more, and then our LTV is $650 for how long we think the customer will stick with us, and then our average investor that might put in some capital, again on average, is about $315. So if you take the $650 plus the $300 change, it's about $1,000, and you look at the CAC, it's about $100. You get a 10-to-1 ratio approximately, which is unheard of in SaaS. And we also do mostly yearly contracts, which means majority of our customers tend to stay for the whole year. It's just a different way of building a community. Plus, they get shares in the company with the equity crowdfund. They can build with us. We have a community called Content Masters, where they actually tell us, hey, I love this. Hey, don't like this at all. Please take it away. Or, here's my opinion on this. And it's every single day I go in there in video format. I say, hey, Jarrett, thanks so much for that opinion. Hey, Jarrett, I really appreciate that. I'm so sorry that happened to you. We'll take care of it. Wow. And that's just how you build a community.
That's insane. I wish I had the mic right now. I didn't set it up. I drop the mic, brother. That's brilliant. And I don't know. I know it, and I'm excited about it because obviously I get it. Like your cost per acquisition, I come from the marketing stuff. I totally get that. That's why I feel like that's the problem. You hit the head on the nail in terms of what are the problems with SaaS, right? One problem is it's too much boring marketing, not enough personalization, too much generalizations in terms of how we do marketing, and no creativity, right? I call it boring, right? So that's where a lot of brands are missing the mark, but they're also not just creating community. They're just selling a product, right? So it's one thing, like I said earlier, one thing to sell the product, but to help them execute it on things outside of the product to really help them be more effective and efficient, that's the ones that are going to come back. And like you said, for what you're doing and allowing your customers to actually invest in early, to actually see the journey and see the growth. And then when it becomes the Google or the Apple, right? We're going to speak that into existence. They get to see that, right? And that's an incredible story. That's what goes back to even why you should document all this stuff back too, because that's amazing, right? You need to be documenting this, brother, because that's like you are going to blow up, right? So when you do, man, representation matters, right? There are people like you that think this can't happen, right? Same thing with me. That's why I feel. That's why I always with the hat, the hoodies, right? Because I want to show people that it can happen.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. That's it, Arjun, and that's it, man. So that's why it matters, brother. So I know I'm looking forward to your journey, brother.